Hello. We have a very interesting demonstration to show you today that involves the use of polymers. And this particular substance that I'm going to show you is used in a number of industrial products. You've seen it used, but it's not known to many people. Many of you have gone into restaurants where they serve very thick shakes or very thick gumbo soups. And what people automatically assume when they buy these products is that they're getting their value, they're getting their money's worth because these items are thick. And it is assumed, for instance, like in a chicken soup, it's thick because there's a lot of ingredients in there. Yes, there's a lot of ingredients in there, but not what you think. A lot of times, food manufacturers use a chemical called carrageenan, which is basically no-nox gelatin. The clear no-nox gelatin is almost all carrageenan. It has almost no food value. It won't make you fat, but it's just used as a food thickener. And that kind of fools people buying those foods, the thick soups or the milkshakes, and they're saying, "Oh, this is good because it's got a lot of ice cream in it," which is not the case. You've got to go to a regular place that serves ice cream and shakes to get those kind of things where they have a lot of ice cream in it. Now let me just show you a little demonstration here. I have a cup of water, and I'm going to put water in this little cup. And then I'm going to put water in this little cup. These two cups here both have water in them. And I'm going to in turn dump the water into two supposedly empty cups. So let's see what happens. I put the water, pour it, you can see it poured, and then I can pour it back. And I can go back and forth, and that's no big magic trick whatsoever. However, watch what happens in this case. I pour the water in, and I have an empty cup. But now, I take this cup with the water that I just poured in it, that you saw, and I turn it upside down on the counter. Well, how could I do that? Where did the water go? I didn't do anything with it. You would have to say, where did the water go? I don't know. Well, let's see. It is still in here. I can feel it. Let's slam this on the table. Actually, what I might have to do is dig it out. There it is. We have a mass of gel. Okay? We have a mass of gel, and it can just sit here and wobble and do whatever it needs to do. I will put it, just for the sake of neatness, I will get it out of the way. Now what happened? Well, the water went in and gelled as soon as it got into the cup because I had a chemical called sodium polyacrylate in it. And sodium polyacrylate was first developed by NASA. It is back in the 1960s. Because when astronauts needed to use the restroom, there was no restroom out in space. So they developed these diapers that had a lot of this chemical in it. And when the astronaut needed to use the facilities in their spacesuit, this chemical was in the bottom of their spacesuit and took care of those little problems. Later on, they developed the space toilet, of course. What could this chemical be used for? Well, I have a list of things here. Diapers. When you go out to buy a lot of the diapers today, they have this chemical called sodium polyacrylate. It's affectionately known in chemistry as polyacrylic acid, or some variety of it, so that it's safe. I think polyacrylic acid is a little harsh. But sodium polyacrylate in different forms can be used for baby diapers. You can put some in a fish tank, which would be kind of interesting. The fish would go like that. You'd have a fish stuck in place. Or if you had a really nasty neighbor with a swimming pool, you can use a 2-pound, actually this is a 5-pound bottle of sodium polyacrylate. Contact me for details. This will do a whole pool. This material will absorb from 200 to 400 times its own mass in water, and it's quite some stuff. So again, I wanted to show you, it's a brief demo. I still have some gelled water on the counter, and I wonder what would happen here. It's probably out of camera range. If I put some of that on some water on the counter, ooh, it gels it right up. So again, sodium polyacrylate, called a super absorber, sometimes called water lock, is a good chemical for many industrial uses.